Hello, listeners, and welcome to today's Cult News. For this segment, I will be giving an overview of the Danny Masterson sexual assault retrial. If you are not familiar with this case or its ties to Scientology, I have an overview video on my channel that you can check out today. Danny Masterson, known for his role in the hit TV series That 70s Show, is standing on a retrial for the forcible rape of at least 3 women between 2001 and 2003. Masterson, a long-standing Scientologist whose family is tied up with the church, ended the first trial with a deadlocked jury, causing a mistrial. The new trial date is already here, and the retrial is underway, with Tony Ortega of the Underground Bunker being contacted by the court's communications office to serve as pool reporter. The Underground Bunker is an expose platform that has been detailing the wrongdoings of Scientology for over a decade. Just before the trial began, there was a last-ditch attempt by Masterson's defense attorney Philip Cohen to have the trial pushed back yet again, but Judge CHARMAINE OLMEDO, who presided along the first trial, denied this request. On the first day of jury selection, Sean Holley turned up for the defense to stand alongside Philip Cohen. Sean Holley is known for being on O.J. Simpson's defense team and for representing celebrities such as Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian. It became known that this time around, Judge Olmedo would allow a Scientology expert to take the stand for the prosecution. This is already a big change from the first trial, where there was much arguing in the preliminary discussions around not making this about Scientology at all. Philip Cohen stated this isn't Scientology on trial. And to those who have tuned in will be aware that Scientology plays a large role in the supposed cover-up of these accusations of rape that Masterson conducted over a number of years. The prosecution chose Claire Headley as their Scientology expert, a former member, whistleblower and suppressive person. Shockingly, Tony Ortega revealed that they had gained knowledge of the defense's witness list, which included Claire Headley's own stepfather. Either an attempt to shake Claire Headley on the stand without any intention of actually calling her stepfather up to testify, or if he does, I imagine it may be to paint Claire Headley as an unreliable expert witness. But that is my own personal speculation. By day 2, we learned that this retrial may be trickier for the legal teams involved than first anticipated because as both parties approached the bench on day 2, it came to light that Scientology is being indicted by a grand jury. What the details are surrounding this indictment at this moment are unknown, but some online have mentioned that Scientology's attempts to cover up Masterson's crimes for so long and to go so far to intimidate witnesses, allegedly, is because leader David Miscavige is somehow involved in all of this. When more information comes out about this, I'll be sure to let you know. By day 3, Judge Olmedo was already questioning potential jurors about whether or not they would be suitable to stand on the jury, finding out if people had work or life commitments or health issues that may impede with their participation in the trial. By day 4, the remaining jurors were handed over to the prosecution and the defense, who began voir dire questioning. This meant asking if people know about Scientology and in what capacity, and if they could be fair. This works both ways, and it turns out that one potential juror worked for or with Scientology in some capacity, and another potential juror was supposedly a fan of Masterson's. The prosecutions must find unbiased jury members where they can, as well as the defense finding out if people have watched any Scientology-related cult journalism, such as the Fair Game podcast with Leah Remini and Mike Rinder. By the end of the day, a jury was established made up of 7 women and 4 men, with 8 alternates being 4 women and 4 men. According to Tony Ortega's coverage, the defense were hammering in the idea of guilty beyond all reasonable doubt, and the prosecution were beginning to mention finding someone guilty through the evidence of testimony and not the evidence of DNA, as these cases happened a long time ago. As always, Judge CHARMAINE OLMEDO keeps a tight ship, and opening statements are now scheduled for Monday. At the end of the week, I'll be sure to bring you an update of the Danny Masterson retrial. It's an interesting one for this channel because it includes the coercion of one person onto another, allegedly attacking vulnerable people, and having the help of a well-established so-called cult to cover it all up and allow the perpetrator to continue committing these crimes. That is the end of today's Cult News. Join me tomorrow for more. I'm your speaker, Casey, host of the Cult Vault podcast.